Hey everyone, this is Amy Poehler. This is the first episode of my podcast. Thank you for being here. I like to be 5 or 6 years late to any trend. It only gets better from here, or it only goes down from here. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to make it clear. I am not an expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm not here to change your life. I don't care if you get any better. I don't have advice for you. I just want us to have fun and lighten up a little. And I don't know. I want us to feel like there's there's a way to have laughs amid all of the craziness that is life. So if you're listening to this while you're working out or folding laundry, or maybe you're sitting in your car avoiding your kids, maybe you're listening to this, I don't know, in your in-laws' basement next to the Bowflex machine, and it's Christmas and you're questioning the choices you've made in life. Whatever it is, this is a show here to have fun and make you laugh, and I'm not here to judge. Okay, so my guest today is Tina Fey. Tina is my wife, really, in life. She is my comedy partner in many ways, and she has, I talk about it in the podcast a little bit, but she has been along this journey with me. We've really experienced a lot of things together at the same time in life. Sometimes I feel like Tina and I are kind of a group with two members, and we've had a lot of parallel things happen at the same time, kids and TV shows and career, and we're lucky enough to still like each other and want to tour together. So we're going to talk and hang out, and like any good hang, you want to make sure that anyone's invited. So without further ado, here are some of my fave people: Seth Meyers, Fred Armisen, Rachel Dratch, and Zarna Garg, a great stand-up and friend who's been joining Tina and I on the road. And see if they have any questions for Tina, anything they think I should ask her. And honestly, I just want to check in and see if they think this is a good idea. This episode is presented by the Toyota Grand Highlander. Life's journey brings constant change, filled with exciting surprises, new chapters, and grand challenges. And the Toyota Grand Highlander is more than a vehicle. It's your partner in embracing all life throws at you. Blinked and the kids have grown up? The third row can fit 3 adults. From daily routines to life-changing adventures, the Toyota Grand Highlander is up for every grand challenge. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places. Wait, Dratch's Zoom is in the dark.
Dratch is in a haunted New England attic.
There you go.
Okay,
It's very Dratch to join and then carry her laptop into every room in her home.
I'm planting it now. Okay.
Dratch is putting
so
her headphones
excited.
on in a way. There's a 30% chance she strangles herself.
I know. This is a very typical Dratch entry.
Dratch's headphones look like, you know when you were trying to untangle Christmas lights?
Yeah, I didn't even know this kind of cord could tangle like that.
I'm holding up everything.
No, this is what Amy wanted.
Just the sound of untangling headphones is great for like a first podcast and stuff.
Okay. All right. Ready to rock.
Maybe I should reintroduce everybody since we're all on mic here. Zarna Garg, Seth Meyers, Fred Armisen, Rachel Dratch. Welcome to Good Hang. Thank you for being.
It's great to be here. It's been a great hang so far.
It's an
I mean,
honor.
everything that's happened before the intro has been great.
I mean, it feels like it's been real smooth.
That's on me.
You
That's
can hear
on
this
me.
microphone okay? Does this sound all right? Check.
Can we just go down the line and have everyone clap?
We really need you guys to clap.
Oh, I didn't hear Zarna.
Okay.
We really need to get this clap right, guys.
Okay, Seth. It's not picking up.
Sorry.
The doorbell rang.
Amy,
this is the episode.
This is it. 100%, Zarn.
I don't
This
think
is.
you can
I think
top
it's
this.
very unfair that Dratch is using this time to record an episode of background noises with Rachel Dratch.
Dratch, who is at the door? That's the
I
question.
ordered food.
I haven't heard an old timey doorbell like that.
Wait, one more thing. The batteries are out of my recorder. So I have to take my phone. I have to do my voice memo, but I don't need to have a microphone, right?
Dratch, we're probably gonna edit you out of this.
This is the most embarrassing Pisces.
Also, Dratch, if you ordered from a second restaurant, you should tell us
I did
now.
it. I did
Okay.
it this once. I didn't do a bang bang. Okay. Well,
Okay.
already it's been a good hang. Okay. I'm ready.
Oh my God. Okay. So my first guess is Tina.
Mhm.
Tina Fey. And you all know Tina really well. So I guess my question to you is, what would you want to hear her talk about on this podcast or any podcast? She doesn't do a lot of them.
Her dad was really good at caricatures.
Mm-hmm.
So, are there any other artistic talents that she got from her dad? Because Tina's good at caricatures too, like drawing. But how do you put that into like a question for her? I guess it's more like, did she get that from her dad, or like how much? Like, I remember him being really funny in his own way too.
Yeah.
So,
Dawn Fey.
She is an intimidating presence, Tina. Like, people are nervous around her. I was nervous around her when I first met her. I wonder if she ever gets asked, like she's intimidating in the way that a man would be
Mm-hmm.
to me. But I wonder if she ever gets asked, like, the girl questions, like, what dress are you going to wear?
That's
Is that something
interesting.
she deals with at all? Or do people just go to her like, oh, no, this is not a Tina Fey question?
Do you want me to ask her the dress question?
Yeah.
Ask her the dress question, Seth.
I'll ask her.
I
Ask
like
her.
that. And can you do it? Can you whisper it in like a phone call late at night? Can you say,
What dress are you gonna wear? Hey, Zarna wants to know.
I know you guys, your time is limited, so I won't keep you much longer. But just before we go, you are all doing tons of podcasts, hosting them, in them. Like, what advice do you have for me as I launch? What do you?
I just know from knowing you that, like, whenever you ask people questions in real life, you really are interested, and you're just on like the cliff of like giving a hint as to what your opinion is. Just not too much, but just enough so it's really it just draws you in. So there's no advice. I'm just like, every time you ask me a question, I'm like, ooh, I think Amy's really asking me a question.
Is it? That sounds kind of leading the witness a little bit.
No. It's more like this is going to be a fun conversation. So, for example, this is not a real thing, but you'd be like, so you really like landing in London? Like, that's a good airport to land in, Fred? And I'm like, oh, this is about to be a conversation about what you
I
don't
also
like about
think you're very good at not letting. Sometimes you help turn people away from the negative narrative that they might want to lay out to you. So you're a really good friend, and that you listen. And I think you can tell when people just need to like unburden themselves with something. But I feel like more than maybe anyone else I know, you're very good at saying, "Can I invite you to look at this a different way?" That
May
maybe
I offer you some feedback?
not even feedback. It's more like it's not like this is how you should, but like you're telling me something and I see how you're seeing it. But like, can I just ask you to maybe see it this way, where you won't be as hard on yourself and you won't be as sad about it? I don't know. I feel like you've always been very good that way.
Thanks.
But you have like a regular voice that you you're not using right now. Do you want to do your real voice?
Oh
like,
yeah,
in
I'll do my
person?
real voice. Okay. Hey guys.
That
Oh, it was so hard to do my other voice.
that's
It
the
hurts,
lame.
right?
Yeah, it
It's
hurts.
just like painful.
It
Yeah.
hurts. Anyway, it's so great that you guys are doing this today.
I love you, and I have to go. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
go. I love you. Thank you for doing this, Seth.
I have to go too. Actually.
Everyone's got to go. It means the world that you guys did this. Thank you for letting me start. This is like the ground floor. Thanks for being there for me with this and so many other things. I can't wait to see you all in person very soon. I really love you guys. Thanks so much for doing it.
Love you.
Love
Thank
you all.
you.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Thank you. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals because you can't watch 8 hours of basketball a day on an empty stomach. I love to watch TV on my couch and then never get back up. And so once I'm down, it's hard to stand. And I definitely don't want to drive and get food. So Uber Eats delivers my food to me, and then I shuffle over to my door in my pajamas and I grab the food. So whatever you're craving, Uber Eats has deals on all your game day favorites. You never have to miss a single buzzer beater. Get game day deals on all your favorites only on Uber Eats. Order now. All right, we're going to officially start.
And begin.
And we need everyone to clap.
Personality on. It's not working.
We just need a clap. We need you to clap and then count backwards from 10. 10. Tina, thank you for being on the first official podcast that I have ever done for Good Hang.
It is my absolute pleasure.
I really, really appreciate it, buddy. You have done many things for me over the years, including getting most of the jobs helping me get most of the jobs that I have and the career that I have. But this means the most.
This means the most? Okay, great.
But I am kind of nervous.
Why?
Well, I mean, I guess it's funny to talk to your friends that you've known for so long
Yeah.
and then interview them, I guess. But
Yeah.
we should probably picture this as like, I'm going to picture that there's a room full of, I'm going to picture like there's an audience.
Okay.
it's
And not just Jenna.
Yeah, because it's the only way I can get off. No, I'm just kidding.
And just step on your neck and talk to you. You know what? Also, sometimes when I hear things like this back, I go, "Oh, why was my voice so nasal and annoying?" So should we just take a little minute to just let's warm up our voices.
Do you remember the character that Keenan did on SNL where he was a guy saying, "Just fix it"? Remember, he was like a New Yorker that just kept going, "Fix it."
No, I don't remember
You don't?
that.
Oh,
I remember
one of
him
the men.
saying, "Let me hold that baby." Do you remember that character? Did that air?
I don't know.
It was a really funny, it was almost like a premise for a short story where he was just like a sweet old man in a train station, and then a young host was there with her baby, and she was like chatting with him, and then he just goes, "Let me hold that baby." And it was her dilemma was like, I don't actually know this man. Like, should I let him hold my baby? Like, what if he runs away? What if he smashes it like a basketball into the ground? Let me hold that baby.
Okay, but you don't do a lot of podcasts.
I don't do a lot. I'm very selective.
You
in my
are.
podcast work.
I appreciate that, and you were so good on Bowen and Matt's.
Oh my gosh,
Last
thank you.
Culturistas. It was so funny. And
Thank
good.
you. That is one podcast that I do listen to and
Same.
enjoy. That and
Love.
Dratch, anything Dratch says. Those guys are funny. But I felt a lot of pressure. I went in there knowing like you have to do that 1 minute thing at the end, and
Well, you nailed
something I think about a lot, and I fall short of it constantly. But a million years ago, I was a writer still at SNL, and I remember Steve Martin came to do something on the show. He wasn't hosting, but he came to the show, and he had just been on Letterman the night before, and I said, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" I said, "Oh my gosh, you were so funny on Letterman last night," and he just very matter-of-factly said, "Oh well, you have to kill every time." And that has haunted me every day since. And he's right. And it's like, oh, right. Like if you're a beautiful actress from, I don't know, like Melrose Place, no, just whatever. Like you're just a beautiful actress. You can go on and be like, I went to the store once. But if you're a comedy person, you have to kill every time?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Have you ever? I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but I feel like I've never really gotten a job from an audition ever.
Ooh.
You feel like you've gone into an audition for something and nailed it and been like, I got it.
No, never. Because again, I'm not really so interesting on paper. Like I remember going to commercial auditions in Chicago. And we had friends at that time. Chicago was a thriving town for commercials. I don't know if it still is, but there were, huge ad agencies were based there, and they would shoot things in Chicago. And a lot of people that we worked with at Second City would get a lot of work that would pay for their whole year. I did a little bit of voiceover work. I had a pager. Remember, you'd have a pager. Be like, guys, my pager's blowing up. I might have a voiceover audition downtown. I gotta go.
There was a casting director in Chicago, who shall not be named, who was a commercial casting director, and I had kind of wonky teeth. So it was this kind of thing where we'd go out for this. Remember the term bite and smile?
Yes.
So you'd pretend to bite into a hamburger and then be like, you'd smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it could change your life if you got a.
You could pay for like 3 years of your low rent.
Yeah. And I knew right away that with my teeth, I was never going to get a bite and smile. Like, there's no way a brand would be associated with my teeth. And this casting director, just to get to know people, would ask them, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Yes.
And I had a full, I got probably nervous in that moment, but I was like, no, thank you. I didn't want to tell her my most embarrassing moment.
Yeah, because by the way, that's insane. Like that's a tiny micro version of when we try to explain the 90s to younger people of like how so many things, if you're like, oh, that lady would literally be fired and tried in front of a jury for asking you that in the workplace. I had a bite and smile type thing where it was a McDonald's audition. And everything always was like, okay, so take 2 trains and a thing and get way out to wherever this audition is. And then you get there and it was for some new kind of happy or drive-through meal, whatever. And I went all the way to the thing, and I got there and I realized as we were going into the session, like, oh, this commercial is for a person pulling into a drive-through. And I have this, scar on the left side of my face that's way faded now, but it was much more prominent then. I was like, similar to the teeth thing, I was like, guess who's not going to book this pulling up to the drive-through with my short hair with the perm on top and a big scar. And so I just remember in the thing just being able like pulling into in the chair, like scooting like I'm in the drive-through being like, I'll have the fish fillet meal and my scar will have an orange soda, and then just leaving.
You were like, you're not going to reject me. I'm going to
reject you.
Reject you.
It's like, what are we doing here?
Oh,
I traveled 45 minutes each way.
I mean, we talk about work a lot when we're together. I think we work together really well. What is your relationship to work, and has it changed?
I think it has changed. I am a work-based person. Like that's, if I were an animal, I would be like a carriage horse, I think. Just like, they say like, oh no, some kinds of dogs, like, no, they want to work or they'll go insane. So I am that kind of animal, I think. But I have just recently, really recently found that I have, because I went through such a stretch for so many decades where it was like you go to work for 12 to 13 hours and then you come home and you try to be with your family till they go to sleep, and then you're like, then you got to do your homework. And I've only in the last year or two had windows of time where like, I don't have homework tonight. I can just be a person in this world and maybe like watch a program.
Do you feel like you can actually enjoy it in that moment?
I can, although it's still, I think any other writer would say this too, that the closest I can get to joy and peace is like the 36 hours after I've turned something in. Because that's the only time when you're like, I did it. I don't have any homework, but I'm still a very good carriage horse because I did my work.
Yes.
And then after like 36 hours, it creeps back in of like, okay, I'm going to get notes back, or I should go skip ahead to the next thing. I will say, though, I did go back to work this fall on a set for the first time in a long time. And it was actually, and I worked hard to build it to be a really healthy set and really like humane hours. And it was nice to be among other humans and making something. I also was extremely purposeful about bringing together people who I believed were good people who would not make any trouble for me.
Yes.
And it really made a difference.
I feel like that's success.
Right.
Success
That's a luxury.
is getting to realize I only, if I can, want to work with people who I know will not think that chaos is how to be creative.
It's how to be creative. And, I think as so many TikTok stories, we won't go into which ones, but people are like hearing about movie sets and being like, that's crazy what's happening there. I was like, that's not that crazy. Like, that's pretty, like movies especially are about just people going crazy and acting out, and then one or two people trying to harvest a series of photographs of those people that can be assembled into a film. But it's mostly poorly behaved, crazy people being indulged by various parties.
And we have seen and worked at places, and this is no, big scoop. Like SNL is one of them, where people come in with their system of how they like to work, and they're like, people when they're nervous or insecure are often not at their best, and the way they act is wild because they're nervous or insecure.
Yeah, insecurity makes people behave wildly. I even have learned to realize that, we talk about relationship to work, that I have now learned that I get very, very grouchy and nervous when something has to be written. Because it is like having a stomach flu, and you're like, it's the sick you feel before you either eject it one way or the other. It's like, and it just really
got to come out one end.
Grouchy until it comes out. And I can at least see that pattern, but doesn't prevent it from happening. But I'm like, okay, here's what's happening right now.
I feel that way about when I'm in a situation where I don't feel like there's a strong leader. Like where I'm being directed by someone who doesn't quite know what they're doing, or there's no one telling us what to do. Like there's no one in control. I have that grouchiness where I feel like I'm either going to have to take over here, or I'm going to have to check out.
Yeah.
And I've been in a couple projects where like week one, I'm like, oh no, like we don't have a captain. Like this ship is going down, and you can see months ahead.
Yep.
How do you? Yeah, I don't know. How do you? You just kind of, I guess you just watch funny videos in your trailer.
Yeah, I think the one way is you shut down,
and the other way is you try to clumsily take over and make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, those are the only two. Those are the only two options. They really are.
I know. But like, hold on, I'm gonna take a lip balm break.
Do it up,
because I need, my lips are dry.
This is brought to you by Lip Balm. The concept of lip balm. The Lip Balm Foundation, promoting all lip balms everywhere.
I guess this is friendship. Is letting your friend use
Laneige.
their.
I know about this because I have a middle schooler.
I love Laneige.
I'm gonna.
The question is like, how well do you have to know someone to let
I'm
them stick
not
their finger in
I'm
your
not
lip
shy to
balm?
do that.
Okay, you don't want to?
I don't want to.
Interesting. Well, I'll think about that all day. The fact that you didn't put your finger.
I'm afraid I will wipe off what little color is left.
But you're not a germaphobe.
I'm not a germaphobe, and I think it's a real unattractive quality in someone else when they're like a germaphobe.
Especially in a man.
In a man, it is such a
disgusting
deal breaker.
Like a man who's worried about, like, I don't shake hands. It's like, you're a man.
Shake hands and then go wash your hands, you freak.
Yeah, you're the one with poop on your hands.
You're the one.
Like, who said anything about poop on their hands until you did? I don't know. But we know a couple of people that are germaphobes. We have to watch out. That's the thing we have to watch out for in our 50s, is the thing that was like our cute eccentricity becomes our genuine
mental illness. Yeah.
The thing that's like, you know how they don't like to drive?
Yeah.
Well,
I got my license had expired, and during the pandemic, you were like, it was before the pandemic. You were like, you got to get your license back. To me, you were like, you can't be one of those older ladies that doesn't drive. And I'm like, you're right.
I do
and
feel
now
like
I love to drive.
You
I do.
You do. You're good at driving,
I
and
love
you love
to drive.
it. And the name of your car is?
My car is named Karen because she's a white Subaru.
And I said this before, which is I feel like Amy came this close to being a Karen.
Yes, because as you've said, like a lot of the actual worst Karens were in fact named Amy in real life.
The woman that called the guy that was bird watching was named Amy. At the same time, Amy Coney Barrett was up and running or getting up and running. There was a lot going on with Amy's. We missed it by an inch.
Yeah, it's a real.
Yeah. But is there anything you feel like you see me doing that you should, like, I should be careful about?
warn you about? That's a good question.
I think that is what women do for each other. Is they say like, "Hey, the pills that you take for flying, you shouldn't take them
when you're not
flying."
Oh, my chair made a fart sound. That wasn't me. No, I feel like I know what you should tell me about, which is the especially coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
My mumbling, talking.
Yeah, you're mumbling.
Metastasized.
Your mumbling.
And sometimes, when I'm thinking really fast, like it really is. Even I'm like, wow, what's going on there? Like I have to work to fully form my words.
What do you think is going on there?
I think I stayed home a lot in the pandemic and muttered to myself. And I hope that's it, and it's not a precursor to some kind of mental decline.
It was like her muttering started when she was 53.
And then she became one of the Crumb brothers from the movie Crumb. Everyone pause the podcast, go watch Crumb real quick. But I'm trying to think if there. I don't.
Well, I know that I play this game with my friends. This would be a fun game to play together, which is like, what is the version of you that's like your biggest fear you will turn into?
I know mine exactly.
Okay, what is it?
How do I say this without saying it?
Mm-hmm.
I want to write it down and show it to you, and you can.
By the way, I have my computer here, because that's what people do with podcasts is they have their computer.
Because you're playing Candy Crush.
Yeah,
the whole time.
and
you have one window open with.
I
porn.
wish we could do the whole podcast where I say really like the wrong information about everything, and then I pretend to look it up and I verify it in front of you. Oh, also, I wish I was just smoking weed the whole time. What if I just lit up a joint? Okay. Okay.
Now, how do I articulate that?
I would say
there's a certain type of strident, older showbiz.
Yes.
That's like, listen to me, honey. I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, oh God.
But that's so not you. You're a mutterer.
I'm a mutterer. So it's not. But there's also something about the look of it that's. As often as I say, like, I'm going to cut my hair, and my friend Guy has been doing my hair for 30 years, he's like, no. No, you may not.
Well, you have the best hair in the business. People should know this.
This is all a hair campaign.
This is all Tina's hair.
This is all my hair. Thank you. And much like skinny people who are mad about Ozempic, in the early 2000s, when all these bitches started wearing tracks, I was like, what? You could just have what I have? This is all I have.
It is the most incredible real hair
Thank
I've
you so
ever
much.
seen.
We just did this. I just did this show called The Four Seasons that's coming out in May, and there's a scene. It's based on this old movie with Alan Alda and Carol Burnett, and there's a scene in the old movie where Carol Burnett is very angrily brushing her short hair, which is it's like the most 1981 thing ever. Like, first of all, we know like you don't vigorously brush short hair. It's going to look terrible. But she's in the scene, she's fighting and she's brushing her hair. And I put that's just a little bit of that in the show. I just poked myself in the eye. And I kept saying, Coleman Domingo was directing that episode. And I kept saying, like, Coleman, I'll tell you what, a lot of these movie stars, they can act better than me, but they can't brush their hair on camera because they're all wearing fucking wigs. Exactly. And they're all wearing, and so I was like insisted in the edit that couple shots of me brushing my hair stayed in, and then I went to the mix and I was like, oh, did you turn down the sound of my hair brushing? Turn it back up.
And that's what producing is.
That's what producing is. It's insanity and narcissism.
And it's like, turn up my hair.
Turn up the sound of the brush going through my hair.
And people go, we don't need it. And you go, we do need it.
We do need it.
But you have incredible hair. I feel like you should have a hair campaign. And also, I'm pushing you to have a glasses line. Why do you not have a glasses?
I don't have a glasses line because I have to say,
you hate money?
I do kind of hate money. As we know, I'm terrible with money only in that I'm like,
you are not terrible.
No, I'm not terrible. I don't waste money, but I don't get excited about money. If I'm safe and I have enough money to live, I have a problem with rich people having a side hustle.
Yeah. You mean like a podcast or something?
No, you're doing work. I'm saying if you sold like, where would my line be for you? Where would I draw the line?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like if I had a rosé.
If you know what I mean? If you already have like $200 million and you're like, also I need you to
But Tina, this is where you have to learn from Gen Z. I'm sorry, and we have to.
They don't care. They don't judge it.
They don't judge it.
I judge it.
Well, you should stop because this is the thing now. You have to have 1 million. You have to have glasses.
Yeah. Well, I have my line of children's medications.
And I told you that's so treacherous.
No, guys, by the way, one time, 1 million years ago, I remember seeing, and I won't name this actress, but someone could figure it out. I remember seeing a 80s actress promoting her line of homeopathic children's medications. I was like, why on this earth would I trust an actress for pediatric medications
to give to my child?
Yeah.
You're saying you worry about turning into a woman as you get older, that is like a strident, opinionated, here's how it works, babe,
right,
kind of person.
Yeah, and just fighting everybody.
Yeah.
And just
because I just think as an exercise, it's fun to think about our personalities, like what the thing that like got us here, that are here sitting in front, like you and I are lucky enough to have a lot of years behind us, hopefully more years in front of us in working, getting to try all this different stuff. We're at a point in our lives where we're like in this juicy middle where we have either parents who have passed away or aging parents. We have kids who are like coming into their own. We're right in the middle of life. Let's be honest, we're more 2/3 than middle, but we like to say we're middle. Although I'm going to live to 100.
God forbid.
Wait, you don't want to live to 100?
No. Unless there's some amazing.
There will be.
Okay, we'll see.
Like new lungs, there'll be a whole thing.
Oh, money only can fix your 80s and 90s so much.
That is the thing. We've traveled on. We've hung around a lot of wealthy older people, and the thing that they cannot get over is that they're going to die. Yeah, like that's the thing they can't believe.
But who's your guy? Who do I call? Yeah,
yeah, and it's like no one. You call God.
Yeah,
you call him on the phone and say.
Yeah, but sorry,
he says welcome to hell.
He says welcome.
And
to
God says welcome to hell. Okay. But do you want to talk about Four Seasons for a second, by the way? Because it is coming out, and Coleman Domingo
is a prince on this earth. Oof. An angel on this earth.
God.
So talented, so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Inside and out, like a beautiful human being. Yes, so we're doing this show, The Four Seasons, on Netflix. I'm very excited about it. It is based on this 1981 movie that was written and directed by Alan Alda, another angel on this earth.
Can I tell people that I said hello to Alan Alda at your house recently?
Alan Alda came to my house.
That was pretty cool.
Alan and Arlene Alda. It was a real
his lovely wife.
Momentous occurrence.
I mean, Alan Alda was huge in our lives.
He remains huge. Yeah, and he's such a big deal. Like you can't even imagine what a giant. Do you remember the Super Emmy?
No.
1 year. 1 year they gave out a Super Emmy. So it was like
it was called a Super Emmy?
It was called a Super Emmy, and he's the only person that ever got it because it was like they won like best show, best directing, best script, blah 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 blah, and the Super Emmy goes to Alan Alda for Matt. And everyone was like, okay, that's enough of the Super Emmy.
They only did it once?
I think they only did it once.
And was it bigger than a regular Emmy?
Well, you should have him on the podcast.
Oh, he has a great podcast.
I've listened to his podcast. It's one of the few that have penetrated my fortress.
That's what she said.
I would love to talk about it because it was a truly joyous experience, top to bottom. Like one of the things I'm most proud about of this whole thing was that so many people, actors and crew, came up to me and were like, "This is the most pleasant job we've ever had." And it was, like I said, it was built as intentionally as possible to be all good souls. It's Coleman, a beautiful Italian actor named Marco Calvani, Steve Carell, Will Forte, Carrie Kinney-Silver, and Erica Henningsen. And it's basically that little ensemble is pretty much, that's it. Very few day players, very few guest stars. And so it was a really cozy environment, and it's a very, very gentle program that I am kind of just can't wait to see if people are interested in a good hang. It hopefully is the TV equivalent of a good hang, because it's just, there's some story, but there's no zombies, there's no mysteries.
Great. That's exactly truly what we're trying to do here, because my nervous system Well,
Cannot
two
take
two things. My nervous system cannot take it compared to the rest of the world.
Yes.
And also, I feel like there's this weird sometimes. I mean, you are the exact. You're the example of not doing this. I think you like everything you make is hard jokes and hard comedy and always really really funny. But a lot of times women specifically are asked to like be like nurturing caretakers in spaces, like be teachers and when we were thinking about this podcast, it was like I all the guys get to just like goof around and have fun, and it'd be like straight comedy escapism, and our stuff has to be, I don't know, about menopause, which also is important.
Yeah. This is, I mean, for the people who want 100 jokes per minute, this is a departure. These characters are funny, but it's all completely human scale.
Ooh, I love
so
that.
Again, we shall see. And I feel like it is just a little science experiment where people might be like, no.
But
we'll
TV
see.
doesn't really, like, there's no TV anymore, right? It's all just like articles about TV. Like
Right,
TV
it's
itself isn't
listicles,
on.
It's AI generated listicles.
It's TikTok about TV shows that aren't on. So, what is the thing that you do? Where do you go to escape? What is like the video that you watch, the
Yes.
person that you watch? What is
Okay.
making you laugh?
I have a couple things that I like to watch. One of the things I like to watch is, and again, I'm going to keep referencing TikTok. I am not a public account. Don't find me. Don't look for me. Don't at me.
If anyone's pretending to be you, they're fake.
It's fake, yeah. But I like to watch videos of people either doing or learning or trying to teach Beyonce's homecoming dance break. So either someone who can do it, or I love it when it's a person who you don't expect them to be able to do it, and then they do it.
like they're holding like a laundry basket.
Yes, or they're just like, they're a mom in their laundry room, and then they do it.
Yeah.
I have tried to watch tutorials to try to do it. I'm not a great dancer, and I know that if I was given from now to the end of my life, I could not learn the first 16 counts of that dance.
Yeah.
But I love watching people do it. And then the other day, I was watching a whole bunch of people doing it, and it took me. One guy was like a really beautiful, ripped guy in like shorts, no shirt, doing it, and I was like, oh, this is a new layer of this. And then the algorithm was like, oh, you watch that, so you just want to see videos that are just like hashtag rugby build, and it was just like,
Oh, yeah.
guys with a rugby build, and I was like, I think I do want to watch this.
Yeah, Paul Mescal started that. Like he's the ultimate famous rugby build.
Okay.
And then have you seen in rugby where they have to pick each other up with their
wrestle each other?
underwear? Like
I don't know.
they
That I have-
wrest- No, so in rugby, there's a move where the men to get the other one taller. You know, like to basically, it's almost like if you're hoisting somebody up.
Yeah.
They grab basically their shorts and
So weird.
underwear.
So weird.
And then that's how they get it up. And there's videos, and I'm not saying that my algorithm has necessarily taken up on this, but I have seen them enough to now I do get them, where men grab each other by the waist. It's very feminine. It's actually like, it almost looks
Balletic.
like yes, it looks like a lift.
Yeah.
But they grab each other and lift each other up, and then their penis, their dicks are right in the line of their
no.
face, but it's totally fine. It's just,
I mean, it's fine either way.
of course it is. I just mean it. Everyone's happy. There's no. Everyone's doing exactly what they
Yeah.
want to do,
Yeah.
and these are in slow motion.
Yes. Yeah, I wasn't mad about that change in my algorithm. And okay, so another thing that I really do, the only other television program that truly brings me joy is my weekend local news in the morning.
Wow.
I love, and by the way, they know this, and they're probably like, "Stop talking about us. It's getting weird."
Who are your
I
anchors?
love NBC4, Pat Battle, Gus Rosendale. It is, I find, to be the most truly informative, nice program on the whole week. Here's what you get, Amy. You get your news. You get your national news briefly. You get your local news, mostly local, right?
Okay.
Then you get Produce Pete.
Oh, I love Produce Pete.
Nice old Italian man comes
Yeah.
out, tells you what's in season, what to make with it. Incredible. Then it used to be more frequently before the pandemic. Before the pandemic, he used to be in person. Bill's Books. Nice a gentleman named Bill tells you what he read, what he liked about it, what he recommends that you read. Before the pandemic, they also then used to sometimes be like, here are some animals that are up for adoption. I feel like that's gone away. But that's it. And then the weather and the traffic and Pat Battle and Gus, I believe they're friends. They have a wonderful rapport.
You don't know what their deal is?
I mean, I don't think they're more than friends, if that's what you're implying.
I would never.
But I feel like they like being coworkers.
What a great
Have
name,
I
too,
in
Pat Battle.
Pat Battle. Have I? Listen, one time it was like a hurricane or something, a blizzard. Pat Battle went out in the street in her
That's a
hometown.
big deal.
She went out in where she lives in New Jersey, and she was helping people push their cars.
That's cool.
That is what America should be. Okay, it's Pat, it's Gus, it's Produce Pete, it's Bill's Books. We help our neighbors. That's the America I want to live in.
If you've got Battle in the last name, you gotta push
Right?
somebody's
Listen,
car.
have I invited Pat Battle to events? 100%. Like too many times. Does she show up? Yes. We have a good time. Great.
So you've met Pat Battle.
I've met Pat Battle.
And what was that like? Did sparks fly?
I mean, she was like thought it was pretty funny that I keep bothering her and I'm obsessed with her. But Pat Battle's in an episode of 30 Rock.
Oh, really? As herself?
Yeah, we did one episode where Liz Lemon gets invited to like a women in media luncheon, and then of course like the gag is that they have a big screen and they can't figure out to get it to work, and then all women are all like, turn it on and off again. And like, but it was like Pat Battle, Gayle King, a couple other news ladies, and Andrea Martin played like the lady who was running it, and her character has a breakdown in the middle of the thing, and she's talking about how her husband left her, and she's like, I just remember she had some line where she was like, it's my Andrea Martin impression, get ready.
Okay.
I put a sweater on a body pillow and I took it for a canoe ride. Like everyone, all the women lose their minds at the Women in Media luncheon.
Tina, that makes total sense to me that is your like fun.
That makes me feel nice. And I'm drinking coffee. I'm with Jeff. It's the morning.
Yeah.
Everything hasn't gone to shit yet.
And then
the weekend plans are all possible.
But the news, but the news is
local. Listen, it's local. It's local.
But even the locals.
Oh, everything's on fire. Yeah, but then it's also like there's a food festival on City Island. That
And
kind of
Produce
stuff.
Pete's like, check out these artichokes.
He's like, Betty's gonna make this squash pie called mutzagoots.
Speaking of Betty, people should know that that's what I call you. That's
right.
That's my nickname for you.
You called me that in front of Colin Jost the other day, and he seemed very delighted.
I can't believe he didn't know that.
Well,
We're right now
he's not thinking about us enough.
No, he doesn't know what we call each other.
In private.
Jost, who talk about an arc. Jost, when we met Jost,
Did you say a narc or an arc?
an arc.
Okay.
Talk about a narc.
What a narc.
I was smoking weed and Jost called the police and I was like, fucking narc. No, talk about having an arc. Baby Jost, as we used to call him, we met him. We went up to Harvard, the Harvard Lampoon.
Oh, see, that's where we met him?
That's, I think, where I met him. Did you
have
meet
better,
him?
I have a terrible memory. I remember I hated every minute being at the Harvard Lampoon. I
Boy,
hated
me
it.
too.
What a bunch of dorks.
Maybe we should just tell the story. So the Harvard Lampoon invites you up and they kind of roast you.
They invite you to come up, and then you go there, and then a bunch of like snivelly little worms,
Yeah.
like, by the way, like try to roast you, and they're not good at it.
No, they're not good
And
at
you're
it.
just
But
like,
you
"What's
and I,
happening?"
many times over the years, many times I've had this moment where we've turned to each other and loved or hated something at the same time. And this was definitely an example where we both were like, we don't like this. And they make you go through this kind of initiation. And I mean, I wasn't in a sorority in college.
No, me neither.
And I don't get it. So, but
Yeah.
they made you go through a whole thing, and then they brought us into a big giant room, and they kind of roasted us.
Yeah.
And I think we had a lot of fun in how much we did
We
not
all didn't
engage
like it, yeah.
and didn't like it. And but Baby Jost was there.
He was a babe. Okay.
I don't remember him. We didn't get a Jost roast, but
No, he was always
he went on
Too
to.
smart for that. I don't remember any of the actual people that roasted us.
I remember the face of one guy.
And has he gone on to work in comedy?
I don't believe he has.
Yeah.
I since then, you know, because you and I both have like blue collar.
Yeah.
I guess rage. What would you call it? Like, or at worst, chip on her shoulder. At
yeah,
best,
like you're not
maybe,
better than me.
Yeah. I remember having 2 more Harvard experiences, and both involved what I felt like sniveling guys roasting me, because one was the hasty pudding, where you really do kind of, you know what you're getting into, and they kind of come out and roast you.
Yeah, why isn't everyone just like, no, nerds, thanks, no thanks? Like, why doesn't anyone go?
I don't know, but I really did my homework on that one, and I had really good jokes that I was proud of.
Oh, that's good.
And I really crushed them. And then I was asked to give like one of those speeches at Harvard, and one of the kids, I've gotten this more than once, and I hope this isn't awkward for me to say it in front of you, but definitely, like, people like to say, like, you're the poor man's Tina Fey.
Oh, God.
I know. And so, but this kid said it right before I went up, so I gave him the finger, which everyone was shocked about. And I don't know if it was the right. I mean, I did it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I go, fuck you. And again, I was like, you're on a dais, Amy. Like, this is. But then fuck Harvard. Yeah, fuck Harvard. Fuck Harvard. Yeah. I mean, those fucking assholes. But but thank you for inviting me. It was a real honor.
Don't lose my number forever. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, definitely is the kind of thing where, like, people go to award shows and they get mad that they're getting the award. It's like, if you really don't like it, don't go.
Don't go.
But I did go and was happy to give a speech. Okay. Lastly, just to kind of get started on this podcast, I had on Zoom, Dratch, Seth, and Fred and Zarna. And they all got on a Zoom, and I said, I'm interviewing Tina. What should I ask her?
Oh, my gosh.
And it was great because everyone was very excited. And, of course, I just want you to know the most hilarious thing was Dratch could not get her laptop to turn on or her headphones to work.
Not.
And then while we were recording, the doorbell rang, and her dog started barking because she had ordered food. So there wasn't much content that we can use.
So were there questions from that?
But there were a couple questions, which is what makes you laugh. We went into that.
What makes me laugh? We didn't really get into that. We watched for comfort. The thing that made me laugh the hardest most recently was this clip of Bobby Moynihan they did these really great SNL documentaries, and it was a documentary about auditioning for SNL, and it was people, and you were in it, you were great in it, and they talk to people about the process of auditioning, and then they show them their audition back, and people get emotional. People, they've never seen it, or like, oh my gosh, this is from 50 years ago or whatever. And they made Bobby watch his audition back, and he's doing a character that's in his audition that's just beyond inappropriate. And he's watching it, and he's watching it, and he goes, oh no. And then he just goes, oh, Bobby. And the way he says, oh, Bobby, the way he calls himself by name is so gentle, and it made me laugh so hard. And I think it should be the TikTok sound that people play. Like, when you have to see a piece of comedy that you're like, okay, we realize now that that's not okay. You just show the content and just hear the voice of Bobby going, oh, Bobby. And that's how you apologize for problematic content in the past. You just put the oh, Bobby sound over it, and it means I see it. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Let's all move forward.
I know better now.
I know better now.
I do better now.
I'm an ally who makes mistakes.
Oh, Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. That really made me laugh. I couldn't stop watching it.
You can get that audio. You should trademark that audio and make merch. And then the other thing that Zarna was like, Tina never gets asked girly questions, which is so funny. I mean, do you feel like you don't get asked girly questions?
I don't know.
I know,
like what's my skincare routine?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean,
do nothing, and then expensive lasers.
Fred wanted to know. Fred's like, oh, also, by the way, Fred does a great Tina impression.
No!
You've never seen his
No, I've never seen it.
What do you mean? I feel like he's done it to you. He does a thing where he's like he mumbles, but when he comes up, the thing about Fred Armisen, his impressions are never, like, they never make you feel bad.
Yes. Yeah.
At least in my experience, like, they just feel like they're kind.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do. But he comes up with, like, a script. You've seen this.
I don't know.
The physicality. It's more physicality than anything else, where he comes up with a script and he goes, hey, buddy, just want to, like, and you're giving a thought with the script, holding the script to your body, and you can't hear what you're
Oh, wait,
saying.
just
Just wondering.
I'm like, what percentage Tina Belcher am I?
Well, remember Shy
30%?
Ronnie, Andy
Shy Ronnie.
Samberg's character on that? Maybe
Yeah.
there's a little Shy Ronnie.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fred wanted to know, last question, maybe we can talk about this before you go, is your dad, like, a really good artist?
Yeah.
Really good at caricatures. Do you have any of that artistic ability?
I wish I had more. I think both my daughters have it. I do in the summer. I go to Fire Island in the summer, and I like to paint portraits in my free time, and they are terrible. And they're getting slightly better, but not at a rate that would impress. Like they're terrible. But I love, because it's the only thing I want to paint is I want to try to capture people's faces, people like that I love, and I should take some classes because of course the problem is I don't draw the head right, and then they come out like. Sometimes I kind of like how wonky they come out, but no. Of the 4 people in my immediate family, I am the least talented at art. My daughters are very talented. Jeff is very can draw and paint. But can I just quickly, my favorite, the story of when my dad, who loved coming up to visit SNL, it was like Fred's one of his first few shows, and my dad was coming up and visiting, and he was like standing in 8H while we were getting ready to rehearse Update at that like 5 o'clock time, and Fred was in a costume for some other sketch. He was in a tuxedo, and my dad had not met him yet, and he just came up to my dad and was in a tuxedo, and came up to my dad in character, just going, "This is Rainbow Room? I look for Rainbow Room." See, I can't tell the story because I shouldn't be doing this accent, but Fred, I guess, can do it.
We'll get a robot to do it.
Get a robot to do it. But it was so funny.
And your dad was like,
He loved it.
Oh, he loved it.
And he used to paint little portraits, little caricatures of Fred as like Ferricito, as Prince, and he would mail them to me, and I would give them to Fred. And I think Fred still has one, which is, I think, what made him think of that question.
No way.
He was Fred's biggest fan.
Oh, Don Fay has great taste.
Yeah,
Like
he was
just
a great
smart
artist. He was
artist,
a cool guy.
really cool guy. And coming back around, if Fred has Don Fay originals, I have in my children's bedrooms, I have paintings done by Barbara Jost, Colin Jost's grandmother.
That's awesome. That's
So it's back to
cool.
Jost. If you are listening to this when it comes out, Tina and I are going to be on the road.
Yes, look for us at a theatrical venue near you.
We have a bunch of dates and all over the U.S., and it's been so fun, and we're going to have our buddies out there with us.
Is it TinaAmy.com? TinaandAmy.com?
You would think I would know.
We would know.
I think so. I think it is TinaandAmy.com.
I think so.
But go check it out. Check out our dates. Come see us, and hopefully we'll continue to work together for another 30 years.
I hope so.
Me too. Love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. So, that's our first episode of Good Hang. Thank you, Tina, for coming. I did actually learn. I did learn that she learned things that I didn't know after 30 years. That she obviously is in an emotional affair with her local newscasters, and that's a problem. And I should let her husband know. We are at a point in the show, the end of the show, where we're going to do something called the Polar Plunge, which is really simply, I'm going to talk about stuff that makes me laugh and like where we're finding joy and lightness these days. And so to add to that, before we go, I just want to say that check out my favorite sketch on SNL, the one that I return to over and over again during COVID, during tough times in my life, when I was feeling especially down. The first Debbie Downer, the Lindsay Lohan episode when they're at Disneyland, that sketch to me is the perfect example of how a good laugh can completely change your day, your week, your life. And why it is so funny to me is that the great Rachel Dratch, whose comedic stylings and physical comedy we experienced at the beginning of this episode when she couldn't get her headphones on. When Rachel is trying to stick the landing and get those jokes out, and we know that it's going to be followed by the sound effect, and the audience has this moment where we're all in it together, that moment is still thrilling to watch. So do yourself a favor because, yes, Rachel cracks up, and when people crack up, it can be funny, or sometimes it can be annoying or whatever. And I grew up with Carol Burnett and loved watching the play that they all had and how they were all trying to kind of get each other to laugh. But what's so funny about Debbie Downer in that scene and why I truly watch it for a serotonin boost is because Rachel knows what's coming and she tries her best to keep a straight face. And that she's like bursting like a silent film star. And anyway, that's what's making me laugh today. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paperkite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paperkite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Good Hang. Very excited to introduce my guest, Dakota Johnson. Just an amazing actress and truth teller. And this is actually the first podcast she's ever done that she told us. So we're very honored to have her here. We talk about a lot of fun stuff today. We talk about analyzing her dreams. We talk about her receiving the Razzie for the movie Madam Web. We talk about her new movie, The Materialists, coming out with Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal. So we really get into it, a bunch of great stuff. And we always like to start these interviews with a Zoom from a friend of our guests or a fan of our guests, someone who's going to give me a question to ask them. So joining me now is Blake Lee. He is an actor. You may recognize him from Parks and Rec. He played Derek, the boyfriend of April Ludgate, who also had a boyfriend. So they were a throuple, and that confused Leslie. Nope. So Blake Lee is joining us. He is great friends with Dakota, and he's going to fill us in and get us ready for this interview. Blake, hi. This episode is presented by Athleta. Summer is here. It's time to get outside and get active. And Athleta has just what women need to move the way they want. That's shorts for every type of run, from a casual jog on the beach to a competitive road race. There's skirts for on the court and pants for cool stretching. And there's always a matchback bra and top to complete your outfit. For stylish, innovative activewear, the choice can only be Athleta. Power of she. Shop now at athleta.com. I'm so thrilled you can do this.
Hold on, let me move my head. There,
Okay.
can you see?
Yeah. Wait, do you have my book behind
This is where it always lives.
For listeners, Blake Lee has very nicely put my book behind him in his bookshelf. And I should say, he's also my editor.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
Blake, let's talk for a second about how we met, because I think some people will recognize you, but maybe you can let people know how we're friends, how we met.
So Aubrey Plaza and I were good friends, and she brought me to a dance party at some random club in Hollywood. And she was working on this. It was the first season of the show, Parks, so no one had seen it yet. So you were all out. And I went dancing with you guys and just instantly fell in love with you. And I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember Aubrey like smashed a glass on her foot and was like, gosh, cut her foot at this club. And so you and I like took her into this bathroom and we're giggling and we're like putting her foot in the sink and we're cleaning it. And it was just like, it was so one of those like magical nights. And then like 2 weeks later, Aubrey called me and was like, hey, so that show that I'm doing, like my character is going to have like a gay best friend. And Amy was like, what about your gay best friend you brought dancing the other night? And then you changed my life, because I got to do the show for, a handful of times, and it was the best. It was the best. And it's like, yeah, truly, I feel like every time I see you though, I'm like, thank you. You changed my life.
Blake.
That was my first job. First acting job. Yeah. And so it was so crazy to be like, to have that. I feel so lucky that was my first job. And like, it's like wild. I still, like random times people will like, be like, are you the gay guy from Parks and Rec? And like, it happened once, like I was peeing at a urinal and some like stranger was just peeing next to me and like looked over and he was like, wait, are you on Parks and Rec? This was years after. And I'm just peeing next to him, talking about Parks.
I have to say, I'll never, as a woman with female parts, I'll never ever understand the etiquette of standing and peeing next to someone It's so intimate.
It's really intimate. And most people are straight ahead, you know? I feel like
I don't
that's
know.
the etiquette, you know? Well, yeah, right.
I don't know.
Most of the time it's like I think that's like the universal thing is like just straight ahead, but every once in a while you get a how are you doing? It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Just-
because to be
yeah.
recognized in that moment, it's so vulnerable. I mean, it's just, it's something else.
It's funny.
I know, it's funny.
It's something
Life
else.
is funny. Okay, so we're talking to Dakota today, and I got to tell you, between you and me, I'm a little nervous and excited because I don't know Dakota that well. I am a huge fan of her work. I think she's an amazing actress. She's so cool and speaks so slowly and has a vibe that I think is very like mesmerizing, which is she seems to not worry too much about getting people's approval. But I might be projecting that. Before we get to your question, what do you think people get wrong about her?
I think that people think she might take herself seriously and she doesn't. She really is like so goofy and so silly. Ben, my husband, was like saying like he was like when I was saying that I was doing this, he was saying how like I get to see a version of her that not everyone gets to see because I don't know, like I'm so goofy with her and like we're just stupid and I think it's like I think that's the thing. I think people might think that she's like this really serious person and she's not. She's so goofy.
It's so funny you say that because I, came up with all these comedians and sketch performers and improvisers who everyone, is like, are they just hilarious all the time? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
No. And then conversely, actors, serious actors. There's a lot of people that assume like they're very, very introverted and take themselves and their work very seriously. And that's not the case often.
No, it's not. And I have to say, both times she hosted SNL, I was there and I've never seen her happier. Like she was like, this is the best thing on the planet. I never want to do anything else. I want to be here every day. And it's that like being around funny people, she just like gets off on that. I think she like is energized by funny people.
I love that. Okay. Really helpful to know. So what do you think do you have a question you want me to ask her today? Okay.
So my question is, what actors did she look up to that she wasn't related to?
Ooh, very good. Yeah, because a lot of people, may not know that she comes from very successful, talented parents that we'll talk about, and grandparents,
step-parent.
Yes, I mean, let's just name it real quick: Tippi Hedren, grandmother; Melanie Griffith, mom; Antonio Banderas, stepdad; Don Johnson, dad. That's a lot. So yeah, other than them,
who as a kid were you like, I want? Who did you look up to?
All right, that's perfect. That's all we need.
I hope that helps.
It's so good.
You're gonna love her, and I'm so excited to hear it.
I am so excited to do it. Okay, thank you so much.
I have so much fun.
Thank you so much, Blake. You look so cute. Is that bookshelf behind you real or are you?
Can you imagine? It was just like I'm in my.
It's wallpaper.
Office.
It's just bookshelf wallpaper.
This is just flat. It's flat. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I love you.
I love you. I'll see you soon.
Okay, take care. Bye. Thanks, Blake. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats. Summer is here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered by Uber Eats. What do I mean by almost? Well, you can't get a summer blockbuster delivered, but you can get a block of cheese. A cabana, that's a no. But a banana, that's a yes. You know what I like to order from Uber Eats? Batteries. Don't eat batteries, but I often need batteries, and you can get batteries from Uber Eats. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. For alcohol, you must be legal drinking age. Please enjoy responsibly. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This is so fun.
Oh my God. Dakota brought a puppy in. First time we've had an animal in the studio. Tell me about this animal person.
She's my dog. And that, bye.
New dog?
Yeah, we rescued her on Saturday from the Santa Barbara Pound. I didn't plan on it.
How many dogs do you have?
Well, I had a dog for 17 years. He was 17.
Oh no.
And he died in... Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
She's a performer.
Tokyo is checking out the mic.
He died in December. And I was like, oh, it's going to be a while. But then I saw her and she's like an angel.
What kind of dog is she? She's really cute.
Wow, you are being amazing.
Tokyo, for listeners, Tokyo is trying to get up on the mic and also lick a little bit of the water. Maybe, oh, look, he's getting some of the water. Hey, wait. Let's get this ASMR.
She also hasn't peed in hours, so brace yourself.
Okay. Well, we can always just hold her over the table and squeeze.
That's normally what I do, over tables.
I'm happy that you brought, by the way, hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming and doing this. I'm so thrilled that you're here. And I was just saying that, like, you and I have seen each other at different places. We know a lot of the same people, but we've never actually been able to have a
Just
one-on-one
a you and
chat.
me chat. No.
I know. I'm thrilled that it's this.
Me too. I've never done a podcast, and I only wanted to talk with you because I feel quite safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna take very good care of you.
Okay.
Yeah, this podcast should be for the listener and for the guest very stress free.
That sounds ideal for me.
Yeah, okay,
and
good.
Tokyo.
And Tokyo,
she is. Honestly, she has come alive on camera.
Yeah, Tokyo knows how to find the lens.
She normally hides in the back of her crate. She's really timid. And now she's like, here I am.
She's a show dog. She's ready to work.
You're an actress. Just like your mom.
But you grew up with animals all the time, everywhere, right? Like your mom is a big animal person. Your grandmother was like a huge animal would you say conservationist?
I guess you could
Would
say
you
that.
say that
yeah,
about
she
your family?
rescued lions and tigers and elephants at one point.
Mm-hmm. Did you have lions and tigers
snakes.
around?
She did at her house, yes.
Did you?
My mom did growing up as well.
Yeah, you did not.
By the time I was alive, there was more safety involved.
In general in the world.
Well,
yeah.
Sort of.
Ish, yeah.
Ish, but certainly at Marmar's house. They were no longer inside the house. They were she's 95. She turned 95 in January and she still had, excuse me. She's still
Tokyo is chewing the end of the
She's
microphone.
teething.
So, I mean, this is why sometimes, well, I mean, I don't allow pets in my office. And it's caused a problem, I think, with some of the younger gen.
Why? Do you hate animals?
I don't. I love them, but I don't have a pet. And I don't like pets at work.
But tell me why, Amy.
Okay. It's actually a really good question. I feel like it's just a little too distracting when you're working.
Okay.
And I feel...
So you're like a drill sergeant. Do you also keep the AC on full blast, like really cold?
Yes, of course. It's 65 degrees in here.
To keep everyone awake?
Yeah. To keep everybody up so they can produce. Do you not do that? No, I mean, I've thought about it because the women at Paper Kite at my company, they have dogs. They have great dogs. They want to bring them. And I'm even more of a hypocrite. When I had Suki, I was allowed to bring Suki into, when we were like writing our sketch show back in the 90s, I got to bring Suki into the Comedy Central office. But I'm going to say no thanks.
Okay.
But
that's you. Dogs are allowed in my office. So if anyone who works for Amy wants to come to tea time,
bring your dog.
Bring your dog.
But wait, so you grew up, but did you just say more? Because
More.
Swedish?
Swedish, yeah. Her parents, full Swedes.
My brother lives in Sweden, and his
yeah.
kids speak Swedish, and so my nieces and nephews call their grandparents more and
Yeah.
more far. And I got to meet your mom.
When?
I feel
Well,
like
I'm sure you have.
I got to see her at where a lot of blondes meet, which is at the hair salon. And one day, well, more than once actually, I've been on the same sketch as your mom, and she's so lovely. And she did something really generous that day. She was talking to me about skincare, and then went home and brought back all this skincare, like all this cream, and handed it out to everyone at the salon. It was really, really nice.
That is so sweet.
I know, it was really nice. It was very, very
She
sweet.
beats me.
Yeah.
That's so
Is your
sweet.
mom a nice person like
Yeah,
that? Is
she
she
really
a generous,
is.
nice
Yes,
person?
she's extremely generous. She's always been extremely generous. If you said to her, "I love your shirt," she'd take it off and give it to you. Mostly because she loves to be naked and has great tits.
You California kids are something else. I mean, I know so many of you now, like Maya and Rashida and you, like people that grew up in California.
Where did you grow up?
Like outside of Boston.
Okay.
In a suburb. And there was like something about, I used to watch movies like Karate Kid, and the kids would be in school in California, and it was like, what the fuck is this life?
Yeah.
Like their lockers are outside. Like it's sunny.
Yeah.
And they walk outside from class to class.
So I didn't fully grow up in California. I was always like, my parents divorced when I was 6, and they were both actors or are actors. And so I'd spend the sort of divorce deal was 2 weeks and 2 weeks. I was big at that time. So it was, I would do like 2 weeks on location wherever my mom was, and then 2 weeks on wherever my dad was. And that was a lot. He was living full time pretty much in Colorado, just in Aspen for a long time. And then he moved to San Francisco. So the first full year of school that I did in a school, not like traveling with a tutor, was 4th grade.
So when you think of your hometown, where do you think of?
I think of Woody Creek, Colorado.
What was that like?
The best.
Yeah.
It was the best. Yeah. We like rode dirt bikes all over, and I lived in Woody Creek, and there were 2 girls my age that lived up the road. So those are the girls that I would know. Now, one of them I don't keep in touch with as much, but if we saw each other, it'd be the same. And but it was just fun. We'd like ride horses to each other's house and tie them up outside, or dirt bikes, and we'd snowboard. Well, I actually hated snowboarding so much. To grow up in Colorado and like hate skiing and snowboarding is...
Yeah, I was just in Colorado. Tina and I just did a show at Red Rocks.
Fun.
So fun, although it was pouring rain and 32 degrees.
Not
but it
fun.
Was still really fun. But everyone had their outdoor gear so set. Like
really
every single person had
and
their
it all
like
comes
hand
in like
warmers.
a tiny little bag. It's just
in
like
their trunk of
folds
their
up.
car.
Yeah.
And it was like pouring rain, and they were like, let's just go to the rain. Like they knew exactly how to be outside.
Yeah.
They love outside.
Yeah. I love outside.
You love outside.
Mhm.
But no skiing. How come?
Because it sucks.
Yeah.
And it's cold and it hurts.
Yeah, it really hurts.
Mm-hmm. I have nightmares about skiing.
Mm-hmm.
I had one recently. I'm just remembering it now.
Ooh, tell us about it.
Well, no. That's not interesting. When
You're
people
right.
talk about
people
their dreams.
talking about their dreams. It's like people talking about their improv shows. You're like, and then what happened?
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by dreams because I think we're similar in that I love sleep.
Oh, God, so much.
And I know you do too.
Yeah.
And I've seen you talk about it. And to get to dreams, you have to get to sleep. Like, but I know that sounds stupid, but most people don't dream. They don't sleep well enough to even dream, which is very sad.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
I actually had a dream the other night. Sorry,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Chris was like, that's a really good pitch for a movie. So Maddie Healy from the 1975
Yes, familiar.
was in my dream.
Great.
And he was murdering people.
Yeah.
And he was
He was
on
himself.
the run. He was
Okay.
himself. He was Maddie Healy as himself. And when the people were looking for him, they were cops maybe, or I don't know, he would turn into a piece of asparagus.
And people would just run past him like that kind of thing.
No
like,
one would, he'd just be like,
it's really good. This is a really good
It's
idea.
a pretty good movie.
It's like A24 would be all over that.
And I was trying to find him. I was like, Maddie. And I just saw like these two kind of poles in a bed. And I was like, Maddie? And the sheets came down and it was him as an asparagus and Angelina Jolie as an asparagus.
What? She's in this too? Let's make
They were
this
getting
movie.
married.
They were getting
And
married.
then they left in a helicopter together as asparagus.
That is such a weird ass dream.
I know.
You might be getting too much sleep because you get a lot of sleep.
Let's ask America.
Okay. So, America, let's ask Dakota, how much sleep do you get a night?
If I am not working,
Mm-hmm.
I can, it's like somewhere between 10 and 13 hours.
Incredible.
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 But like 10 is normal for me.
And any sleep aids? Do you take anything to go to sleep?
No.
Incredible. That's aspirational. Because you've traveled so much and been around so much, you must have a good sense of like how to acclimate quickly to wherever you are. Do you think you do?
I try to just not think about it. I heard arnica is really good for jet lag.
Smearing it where? As a
in your
pill.
vagina.
Put it right in your vagina.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If you put arnica up your butt.
You wake up and you're in another country. You don't even have to get on the plane.
It's crazy. This is a new trick.
But you can swallow arnica?
Little pellets, yeah, like homeopathic
Ah.
arnica. Yeah.
Okay. Are you a homeopathic gal? Like, do you
Yeah.
like, what kind of stuff do you like that is pellets and creams and stuff? I mean, I feel like that again is, and I mean, I don't mean to generalize, but it does feel like when I move to California and I meet California kids, they love their
They're like,
homeopathic.
I'm not vaccinated and I
Yeah, a lot of that.
Never take
and a lot
antibiotics.
of I never take, and I don't believe in medicine, but
Mhm.
I do think that tea tree oil will get rid of my gallstones or whatever. But are you a homeopathic person? Do you take supplements?
I take supplements.
Mhm.
Yeah. I take supplements like Xanax and just like natural.
Just natural things, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you can you, I know this is a weird question, but I wanted to talk about it with you because what I love so much about you is the way that you're able to handle silence.
Mm-hmm.
How did you learn how to do that?
I think I learned early on in interview situations that if I speak out of context or it doesn't go well. I think I just have been so scared of saying anything but answering the question or trying to not answer the question.
Very, very honest, upfront, and truthful when you do answer questions. I don't find you evasive at all.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So has that always been your...
Although, you know what? I did once do that lie detector test for Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
I'm doing one again.
Did you beat it?
I lied and I passed.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, that's not a professional
Is it
person
not?
running. Do you think there's a real professional person? I mean,
I
they
think-
have them dressed up as a suit, but we don't know.
I've watched other people and they're like, that's a lie. That's a lie. And you see the thing and I fully lied. And
they didn't catch you.
No.
Do you think you have
No.
low blood pressure?
I do.
You
That
can
must be it.
truly
I would be a good spy.
You would.
Yeah. I'll do that now. You heard it here first.
You in Tokyo, out on the road.
Doo-doo-doo.
But it's true because there is some kind of, you're right. There's like a an energy where I don't feel a grasping energy from you ever.
No, that's kind. Thank you. I don't want to have a grasping energy.
Well, a lot of people don't want to have it, but they just do. Like they just can't figure out, it's like they're just managing their anxiety in that way and it comes out in that way. But I've always felt that about you, that you don't have that or you're really good at managing it.
I definitely have anxiety. But it makes me hyper present. So maybe that's what it is.
Ooh, say more about that. That's cool.
I don't know. It makes me just like, I'm so here. My brain doesn't go to a million places trying to figure out what to say next. I'm just like very present. Mm-hmm. And that happens also on, like talk shows or things. I get nervous. And if I have to go on stage, I have terrible stage fright.
You do?
Oh my God.
Shocked.
Oh my, like an awards show is my nightmare. I have to do breathing exercises before, like if I have to present something or give a speech. Thinking about it makes me sweat.
What would be the nightmare you'd have about it? What's the fear? You'd say something wrong?
No, it's like a physical manifestation. It's like my kneecaps start quivering and my voice gets kind of shaky and I get like, say if I have to give a speech, I'll be like, I don't know how to read.
You're like, I'm so sorry. I can't read.
I suddenly don't know how to read.
So what is it about the camera and acting in front of the camera where you don't get that feeling?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I feel like very, very free and safe. Mm-hmm. It's really weird.
Do you think it's like from growing up on set? Like you kind of explained that when you were a kid, sets were home base.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that. I thought they were the most magical places.
You did?
Oh my God. I loved being on set.
What did you like about it?
I loved everything. Like, I just thought it was the coolest. I loved the trailers. I loved base camp. I loved set. I loved like the ring of when it would be rolling, and I'd be so excited to go in when the red light went off and go and see what my mom looked like and what clothes she was wearing. And I guess that's how it felt. It started to build in my mind as a sacred space. Mm-hmm. It's like a safe place to be in, wherever the cameras were in the scene, because it is really, it's like a beautiful, magical space if you want it to be.
And what was your first professional job?
Well, I guess it was The Social Network when I was 18, 19. But I did a part in a movie that my mom was in when I was 9.
Yeah.
And I took that very seriously. I was a professional.
You did. You analyzed your dreams.
I worked with a dialect coach to have a little Southern accent.
And what do you remember about that? Did you feel like you nailed it at 9?
I think I nailed it.
Yeah.
I think I felt like I nailed it as well. Yeah. And I loved it.
Yeah.
So much.
That's cool. Do you feel like it was in your blood? Like, do you always feel like ever since you were a little kid, like that it was like inevitable that you were going to be an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Mm-hmm. Definitely for me. And it's funny, my siblings, my oldest brother acts sometimes, and he studied acting. And one of my sisters is an amazing sort of photographer, and my other sister wants to be a director. So it's definitely in our family. But like my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather, they were all actors.
Yeah.
And like working actors, all with their own special magic sauce.
I also am remembering too that I met your mom. I saw your mom again when your stepdad hosted SNL, because I was there. Oh, Antonio
amazing.
Banderas, your stepdad.
What year was that?
That was probably 2000 and I'm pretty bad with this kind of stuff, but it was pre-baby for me. So it was like 2000, maybe 4, 5, 6, something like that. And delightful. So nice. Smelled great.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. And
she wears mousse de Cartier. Oh, I don't know if they make that anymore even.
Mousse de Cartier?
Mm-hmm, mousse.
That means the mousse cart in English? And what did Antonio wear? Because he smelled great too. We don't know.
I don't know, but actually now I think he has his own cologne or like perfume line, and it's so cute and funny to me. It's like Stallion by Antonio Banderas or something,
Perfect.
or like
Perfect.
Dark Cloud.
Yes.
Sexy Cloud.
Sexy cloud. Sexy dark cloud.
Sexy Stallion.
Yes. He did a scene. I did a scene with him and Chris Parnell on SNL that I loved, where we were like describing wine and just describing like the adjectives of wine, which is very similar. And there was a line where he was like, "Do I sense a hint of swordplay?" It was so good.
That's funny.
You were so great on SNL, and I know you loved doing it. What did you love about doing it?
I love SNL so much. Well, you know, I mean, even moments sitting here talking to you, I'm like, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to you.
Come on.
I know, I'm serious. It was such a huge part of shaping like my wanting to work in comedy at all. And then the fact that I've even gotten to do it once, but twice, it's my favorite place in the world. It's that same kind of thing of like, I want to be in there.
Yeah,
and
but are you nervous? You're not
so nervous.
Okay, great. And
so nervous, but
push past
in like a fit of glee.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute glee. I love it.
What do you love about it?
I think I love how everyone is just trying to make the best thing and the funniest thing, and everyone is so smart, and the energy there is like it's the most important thing anyone has ever done in their lives, and yet it's just funny.
Yeah, it is like a theater camp vibe.
Totally.
Where it's like, oh no, we have a show, we have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I really like all of the like behind the scenes gossip and the like, these people don't get along and this is really hard and everyone's really tired and drinking, like going, when I was there last year and going around in like the first couple days and meeting with all the writers, and it was like 8 p.m. and everyone had just gotten there, and like I can't imagine that. Like everyone had really big iced coffees that they just got.
Just starting.
Just
I know.
starting.
That was like the hours of that show are like left over from cocaine days, basically, I think. But it's crazy that you don't start writing. Or, I mean, some people do, but the majority of people don't start writing until Tuesday night. And we even talk about, there's this feeling that happens sometimes on Tuesday nights, which is this panic and you don't know where it's coming from. And then you're like, oh, this is just writing night fear. Yeah. And you walk around and everyone's pitching you ideas that they haven't even written yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a magical place. It's like Disneyland. It's my most favorite place I've ever been. I don't know what it is. I love it so much. I watch it all the time. I go back and watch your sketches. I watch it all. It's very weird. I should stop. I should go.
Wait, is Tokyo asleep?
Yeah.
Tokyo is completely fallen asleep. And I mean, listeners, you can't see, but it's just the cutest dog in the world.
She's
sitting on Dakota's lap.
So special.
You really are making me think that.
Do you know what's funny is
animals should still not be allowed in the workplace.
Did you notice my nails?
Oh yeah.
I have a French manicure.
Ooh.
Which is
la la.
Very not me. But Tokyo has one. I thought it would be funny if we had the same nails.
Oh yeah, Tokyo does have them. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
But I think it's because she has a calcium deficiency.
Yeah.
But she has a little natural French
She's a little tip.
manicure.
Boy, she's cute.
She's really cute. Anyway.
So we do this thing where we talk behind people's backs, and we ask someone that knows our guest, what they think I should ask you and how to ruin their life. We all get all the dirt. And I talked to Blake. Did he tell you?
No, but I heard you were going to do that. And I think he thought it was a surprise.
Oh, so he didn't tell you?
He didn't tell me.
He's such a good boy.
I know.
He's such a nice person.
What did you talk about?
So Blake wanted me to ask you, who besides your family, when you were growing up, who did you look up to as an actor and actress? Like, who did you, like, what actor and actress did you admire?
Blake wanted to ask that?
Yeah.
Did he Google like most basic questions to ask an actress? Yeah. That's the question?
You can say pass.
Okay. No, I'll answer it. Recently I actually exchanged texts while I got a voice note from Sandra Bullock.
Wow.
I know, because I don't know if you know, but I won the Razzie for Worst Actress.
Oh my God, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's a really good, there's
Thank
a lot
you.
of good people that have won that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
What did you win it for?
This really good movie called Madame Web.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
And did you accept the Razzie?
Oh yeah.
Ugh,
I asked if they'd send it to me.
That's incredible.
But Sandra Bullock sent me a voice note being like, I heard you are in the Razzie Club and we should have brunch. We should have a monthly brunch. Because I guess she won that when like the year that she won the Oscar as well.
Are you kidding me?
It was like in the same year, I think. But I freaked out getting this message from her because she's so iconic.
Yes.
To me as like a movie star. I was like, oh my God. It was just crazy. But I don't know. Like I grew up being fascinated by, first of all, younger actresses that worked with my mom. So like Thora Birch, Christina Ricci. I was always like, oh, you can do that as like a teenager? Because I really wanted to. And then Diane Keaton, I was obsessed with, still obsessed with. And then like SNL.
Yeah.
A lot of SNL.
Yeah.
But yeah. Great question, Blake.
I mean, can I talk about that Razzie thing for one more second though? Because why I love talking about that with you is because I think your career is so super diverse and always interesting, and you pick really big movies and you pick small movies, and it feels like you pick what you want to do. Like it feels like you really go with your gut about what you want to make.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you handling it that way is the most powerful and like interesting way, because if we're lucky, we're going to have a really long career. Like that's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
To stick around.
Yeah.
So this idea of like we have had our last, our last best thing, or that this thing didn't hit, but I don't know. How do you ride the wave of that? Like you have a sense of humor, I guess, about your work. That's important.
Yeah. I think about this a lot because, and I know you have experienced this because everybody is going through it all the time now, but you like, we don't have control over how something turns out anymore. No one does. Like very, very few directors or actors, like Tom Cruise maybe does.
Yeah.
But I've signed on to a movie that is, by the end of shooting it, a completely different script than what I attached to. And that is a wild thing to like a crazy journey to go on as an artist. Cause you're like, okay, I'm doing something like with my actual body and my actual mind and my heart, my emotions. I'm like using things and it's just being taken and fucked with, but you can't do anything about it. Like, what am I going to do? Fucking cry about Madame Web? No.
I'm going to laugh. You're going to go to the Razzies and you're going to spike you're
they
going to
don't have an in-person award.
They don't.
I wish they did.
They should.
Oh my God, I wish they did.
That would be amazing if you went there and then you just gave an epic speech and then you just spiked the award. And you just you just threw it down.
Sandra Bullock said she asked for the award and like picked it up, and then they called her and asked her to give it back because they only had one.
By the way, who is the Razzie committee?
I know.
I'd love to have the Razzie committee show themselves.
I know.
So I'm going to do a lip balm break.
It's really a funny thing.
But I mean, I feel like you probably had to figure that out with 50 Shades of Grey, right?
Yeah.
That was another thing. It was like, okay, this project, it's a big project. I'm signing on, and now I have to give up control. And now I'm in this, and it's going to be a lot of years of my life, and I got to figure out how to.
Yeah, that was a wild journey. Very, very interesting. That was another version of signing on to something that was one thing, and it turned out to be another. But I'm so grateful.
I was going to say, with time, how do you look at it now?
I mean, I'm so grateful for that experience. The first movie with Sam Taylor Johnson directing was really extraordinary as an experience, extraordinary. And I think the movie is as good a version of it as it could be.
Yeah.
But it was challenging. Like I signed on to a script that was different than what we ended up shooting.
Right.
Written by a different person. It was, and then you're attached. You're signed a contract, so you're in. Signed on to do it with a different actor. It was like a different thing, and then it all changed, and I was just in it, and but I was so young. I think I turned 24 while we were shooting.
Wow.
And I was so like brave. I just feel proud of myself for being brave and being interested in like, I don't know. It just felt wild. And it also like there were no intimacy coordinators then or anything like that.
That was not that long ago too. Like that a lot has changed. And yeah. And there was an expectation of just like figure it out yourself in real time in front of everyone. It's intense.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Who has been your favorite director? Someone that you just think when, you've worked with a lot of great directors and a lot of great actors. Who's someone that when you think about, you think that experience was so good. I loved it.
I've had that a lot and I've had the opposite a lot.
Yeah.
But I loved Celine Song.
I love her. I'm so excited about this movie.
Spectacular director, filmmaker.
So for people who don't know, she wrote and directed Past Lives with Greta Lee a few years ago, and she is did she write your new film or just
she wrote and directed? It's her second film, yeah.
It's her second film, and it is coming out. It's actually, it's the reason why you're here. Let's be honest. Okay.
That's true.
It is
June 13th.
Thank you, June 13th.
I've been trained.
Tell me why you love Celine. She's an incredible director.
She's amazing. She comes her background is she's a playwright. And I think there's a different sort of control that she has over what she wants, which is really such a relief. Like it's nice to work with somebody who knows exactly what they want from every single frame of the movie. I was like, oh, yes. So
do you think she's had it in her head? She's like storyboarded it in her head, or she's just able to communicate what she wants
She's
emotionally?
able to communicate what she wants emotionally. And we spent a couple months going through every line of the script, and she was like, this is what she means here is this. And what do you think about, like, we just talked about it. We talked through everything. And then on the day, it was like we had one brain.
Have you ever directed?
I have directed a short that Blake was in, actually.
Do you want to do more?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to direct primarily?
I like it right now more than acting, for sure.
I think about you for things all the time.
Really? What should we work on together?
I have something that I think you would love.
Email it to me right now. I'll read it.
Okay. I'll email it to you later.
Great. That would be so fun. I would love to work with you. I mean, I feel, we should talk about Materialists because it is a movie about, two men being in love with you. Congratulations on your first documentary.
Thank you.
Well, Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and you, what is the movie about?
The movie is about a woman who's a matchmaker in New York City. And which is funny because Celine was a matchmaker in New York City for 6 months. This is where the movie comes from. She did it on the side to pay the bills because she was like a struggling playwright. So I play Lucy, who's the matchmaker, and she's just the best at her job and really good at sort of assigning people as mates based on pretty surface level criteria like height and income and hairline. Like that's what people are out there looking for.
Yeah.
It's not about a soul connection. It's about like, do you tick my boxes of what I want, what I think my life should look like? And she then kind of goes on her own journey of what you would think is that she doesn't really have, she's not really invested in people's souls, but you realize she is, and she cares about these people that she's working with and how their lives turn out and if they're happy. And then she has to kind of figure out for herself what is more important really truly in this life. Is it to achieve the life that you think you want, or is it to actually be seen and loved?
It's interesting you say that because it feels like, oh, of course you want B, right? Of course you want to be seen and loved. But there is something about in life how relationships help you get to be some version of yourself that you want. Like whether it's you want to have kids, or you want to be married, or you want to live in France, or whatever is the version of the thing of your fantasy of your life. Relationships help you get that. And you're right. Sometimes it's a trade-off. Like I get this thing, but I don't get this thing. Or I feel seen and loved, but the person doesn't fit into some version of my
dream life.
Yes.
Yeah. Or my ideal whatever.
When you have to do sex scenes, like how do you psych yourself up for that?
Amy, I don't have to.
You don't?
I'm like always psyched up for sex.
You're psyched up. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Psyched up? Is that a thing?
What do you mean? You have to like
no,
take
you just
off.
say like I'm psyched.
But like
psych up.
Today you're like 7:30 a.m. Let's do it. Like that's a lot.
Let's
it's
go
hard.
to Pound Town.
Let's go to Pound Town, everybody. Let's get the lights in here. It's a lot.
Oh God.
You're psyched.
I recently did a movie a few months ago, and we had an intimacy coordinator on set. And it was the first time I've ever worked with one. And she was really great. It was so cool. It was
what
like,
did she
because I'm so used to,
Yeah.
I'm so used to just, like it's a sex scene. It's not like
no, I don't
sexy. It doesn't feel
most
good.
people don't know. I'm being serious. Like I'm like no.
Oh, right.
A sex scene, a fake sex scene is it's like being an astronaut. Like so few people have done it.
That's really true. You're right.
So
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's not, Okay. Let me,
yeah.
You want me to explain?
Of course.
Okay. So a sex scene.
Hold on. I gotta get this down.
You're going to take notes?
I'm going to take notes. Go ahead.
When
Dakota.
two actors pretend that they're having sex.
Yeah.
And you do all the things except have sex.
Right. And that's important for people to know.
Make sounds like you're having sex.
Right.
And you're not yet.
So when you approach a scene, you're like, today is the day. You don't feel stress. You feel like, how do you feel about it? And then what was the difference with this coordinator? What made it different? Because you're right. You've done a lot and you know how to handle yourself during it, I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, first, I think it depends on like who is the character and who's the character supposed to be to the audience.
Right.
Is she like a super idolized hot girl? Is she like a housewife? Is she lonely? Is she scared? Is she conservative? Like it doesn't. So that's obviously character work. But then, so like certain prep, I guess, would go into it. Like I want to feel good in my body.
Yeah.
If I'm showing my body, I've never felt like my mom raised me to be really, really proud of my body and love my body. So I've always felt so grateful for that, especially in my work, because I can use it and it feels like real.
How did she do that? Because I think a lot of mothers want to make sure they do that for their daughters, but they don't know how to do that in practice. Would it be the way she would speak about it with you, or was there other ways that she made you feel that way?
I think it was the way she spoke about it with me. And also she was very like honest and open about body stuff and like getting my period, you know, like really good about it.
Yeah.
And like I have friends whose mothers never spoke to them about that stuff. And it's so hard and sad. Just got very warm on my lap. She may have peed on me.
Oh my gosh, Tokyo.
But I don't think so.
It's okay.
It's all right.
And listeners, Tokyo, not me. If you're not watching.
It just got very warm on my lap. Amy peed
not,
on me.
It was not me.
So
okay,
so she also talked to me about sex and like how precious and important and to you know whatever. Yep. So I guess in my work, I it's something that I feel brave with, and that I feel when it's used the right way in a story, it's important. Mm-hmm. So I've always just like done the simulated sex scene, but now with the intimacy coordinator was like, "Do you want a Pilates ball between you guys for the thrusting movement,
just to get some core workout?"
And I was like, "What?" But then we're going to be like so far away from each other,
right?
And I was not, and we didn't end up using that. But a lot of it also is like, there are times when I've done a sex scene where I'm by myself because I'm only in the frame. So I'm just like gyrating on my own and
looking
moaning.
at a tennis ball off camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or like slamming myself into a headboard.
And then on the other side of the camera is like just a bunch of crew guys
just a bunch of
cigarettes.
Dudes. With their heads down.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you a bunch of things very quickly. This is like a speed round, and I want you to tell me your thoughts.
Okay.
Tokyo has woken up. Oh, wait, Tokyo's coming. Oh, hi. Okay. Olivia Colman.
The best human on the planet. On the planet.
Yes. The film you guys did together isn't so good. Lost Daughters. So great.
Oh, she's amazing.
Just seems smart and funny.
She is
cool.
the funniest person and so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Okay, and you love reading.
I love reading.
I do too. Do you have a number of books you try to read a year? Like, do you try
My bedside table right now is maybe 27 books. It's ridiculous.
Great.
They're just piles and piles of books that I'm trying to get through. A lot of them are like therapy books. Mm-hmm. And then, stop it. And then I'm fired. I don't work for you anymore.
I mean, this is what always happens, right? Is like animals are super cute and then they're animals. They can't help it. I mean, look how cute this dog is.
I think you should get a puppy.
Absolutely. I would rather get a
kick in the face.
A case of snakes than a puppy.
Okay.
No.
Done.
No. And then, Tokyo, you are very cute, though. You're very cute. I talked to you about Olivia Colman. I have written down here work-life balance. Right now, I'm just scratching Tokyo. Okay, this dog is winning me over. This dog is really nice.
I know.
She's very nice.
Go wee-wees.
Don't tell her to go wee-wee. Go pee-pee. What are you listening to right now? Watching, checking out? That's like when you want to check out and laugh. Where do you go? What do you listen to?
Okay, this is a very weird thing that I've been doing.
Great. Love it.
I don't watch reality television.
Same. I barely watch it.
But I have found a show called Farmer Wants a Wife. Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh my God. It's a nightmare.
Please tell me.
It's a nightmare.
Okay.
It's a farmer like scrolls through a list of women and picks 8 of them. They all come. There's 4 farmers.
Okay.
8 women per farmer.
8 women per farmer?
Yes. Then they go on
Wow.
a
The odds are stacked
speed
against
date,
us.
10 minutes per woman. Okay.
And do they speed date on
And
a
they have
farm
to
or
see-
in like a studio?
In like a barn set.
Yeah.
And then they see if they have a connection. And then he has to choose 5 women to bring back to his farm and date them all for 6 weeks.
Oh my God.
It's insane.
First of all, I'm just horrified by the amount he gets to pick from. He gets to pick
Yeah.
from 5?
It's ridiculous.
And is a lot of his choosing about what kind of, like, how is she going to help me with the farm?
Oh, that's the crazy thing is he makes them do a lot of manual labor.
This is nuts.
And I'm like, what is going on?
Well, he wants a
then
wife.
He
Farmer wants a wife.
Farmer wants a wife. And they're like, I really like that she's from the city, but I don't know how she'll do out on the tractor. It's so, I don't know what accent that was. I don't know where that farmer's from.
That's your dialect coach. It's coming back, your 9-year-old. Yeah.
Call her up.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. And what do you like about watching it? Do you like because you're outraged by it? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't stop. I
Yes.
feel really uncomfortable, like deeply uncomfortable. But then I keep going.
And do you get invested? Like, who is he going to pick?
Yeah.
And has there ever
And
been
there's
any of the
drama
match-
between the girls,
Oh,
of
sure.
course.
Yeah. Do they sabotage each other at all? Like,
They definitely talk some shit
Mhm.
and they like gang up on each other. And some of them are they're just nuts.
Yeah.
And some of
Yeah.
them are like, I'm like, oh, they'd be a good match. They really get along.
Do you ever get a vibe like, wow, they're going to be together? Like,
Sometimes.
like it's a good match.
Yeah.
Farmer wants a wife. Okay. Dakota, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on your first podcast. That
I'm so
means a lot.
excited.
And you are so great. And I
Thanks.
just so appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me.
And Tokyo, thank you for coming. You're our one and only dog. Because we have to put a sign up outside after this. There's a lot going on.
Good girl.
Dakota, thank you again.
Thank you.
I loved spending the day with you. Thank you.
Loved it.
Yay!
Let's
Okay,
do it
great.
every day.
Woohoo! Okay, that was a great interview. Dakota is so fun and funny, and she did bring a dog. And I just want to say I love animals. I think you should adopt animals from shelters. I had a dog for a long time, so don't let my resistance to having a dog on the podcast lead you astray. And speaking of strays, there's a lot of strays to adopt. So please adopt an animal today. But maybe just check with your boss about whether or not you should bring that animal to work. Because, the answer might be no. But just please know, I just love animals. And and Tokyo, thank you for coming on the podcast. And we'll check in with you next time. Bye. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paperkite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paperkite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles.
All I ever wanted